Let's see, let me just move my screen around. Welcome everyone. Happy New Year. Who all is excited for a brand new year?
Woo!
2021. So we're super excited because we are now going to be like, instead, I know normally on the first Sunday of the month, we break into our regions, but we figure that we're better together, and why not have the energy of everyone on the same call on all the Sundays. So we wanted to we're going to do things a little bit differently for the first Sunday of the month. We really want to recognize everyone for all that they're doing on the team, and just all their accomplishments, because we've got so many rock stars now. And so we wanted to go ahead and kick it off with that. We're going to have a training, and then we've got something special planned for everyone, depending on what your goals are this month. So we're going to, who's going to kick this one off, Gabby?
Let's just go in order, like Yin, Polly, me, and then you, Andrea.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, so High Hopes region, welcome Chloe Bayless, Deb Krucher, in parentheses is who sponsored them, just so you guys know. Sarah Green, Erison Guerra, Catherine Jarik, and Courtney Van Fleet. I got a fancy name too over here.
All right, for Inspiration Region, welcome Alex Broughton, Robin Hamlin, Jennifer Harper, and Chris White.
Yay! Woohoo! Hey, so Harvest Region, we have Marissa Forrest, who's new, Jessica Manning, Kelsey Mills, Janine Spiller, Tori Tippin, and Gail Harper Yielding.
Yay. And then in Rooted Region, we've got Lindy Jones, Tiffany Whitsett, Tiffany's on, and Kimberly Ziegler.
Woo!
Yeah.
And then congratulations, everyone, round of applause, pop in the chat, tell her congratulations, new district manager, Dylan Bernani.
Yay, Dylan. Oh my gosh.
And then in qual for area, Yin.
Yeah, so then in qual for area, we have the lovely Christiana Stramaglia.
And Andrea, you've got 2 peeps.
Yeah, we've got Lauren Rose, who's on. It's now Lauren Rose Owsley. So we've just got to change in
Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Some things are changed over, some things are not, right, Lauren Rose? And then we have Jean Gardner.
Yay.
And then in qual for district manager is Erin Ramirez and Jenna Fushi. Wow, I really do have some fun names on my team.
You do. In Inspiration Region, Kelly Gettinger, Allison Parker, and Shelly Buckingham.
In Harvest Region, we have Kelsey Mills, Olivia Smith, and Tracy Hayes.
And in Rooted Region, we have Lisa Burrell, Kelly Doyle, Mariah Gilman, Lori Stokes, Jennifer Chandler, Riley Grace Abbott, Danielle Gallagher, Marie Lee, and Becky Eagle.
Our babies.
All right, Andrea, you're going to do brick.
Okay, and the $2,500 brick earners, if you get on the Getting Started training, you know about this. This is like the building block of our business. And so no matter if you're a brand new consultant or if you are an executive national vice president, we always go for 2,500 of new and you volume. And those people are me, Polly Brothers, Dylan, Lori, Lauren Rose, Robbie, Kelsey, Gabby, Christiana, Jean, and Yin.
Woo! Woo! All right, and region award achievers, y'all, this is awesome. For you to earn your region award, you have to hit 60,000 in your central region, plus 30 new ICs or PCs with 150 orders. So congrats to Andrea for hitting her region award and leading from the front. And then area award, this is 20,000 in your central area with 10 new. Congrats to Andrea and Polly. Yay.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's
yeah, I think this is, or wait, did I switch it up?
No, it's Polly.
Polly, sorry.
I have the IC bonus, but I can go ahead and do this one too. So,
yeah.
Okay. All right. So for district award achievers, you have to do 5,000 with 5 new PCs and or consultants signed up at 150. Me, Gabby, Andrea, and Christiana. And do I do consultant as well? Consultant award achievers?
Yeah.
So consultant award achievers, you guys, this is amazing because it's just hitting your brick. It's doing the do with 2 new people. So we have Dylan and Kelsey. So congratulations, you guys. It's a big deal. All right, this is
Okay.
exciting.
And some fun announcements. So January 4th and the 18th are the 30-day groups. For anyone new, it's always the first and third Monday of the month. So every other Monday. Power to district and area promotion, like special promotion qualification in January. We're going to talk about this more in the end. So do not hop off early because you're going to miss out. And we have a new monthly team incentive. I'm so excited to announce this, you guys. I did this with my team last month. It went so well. I told the other VPs about it, and now we're going to be doing it every single month, and you're not going to want to miss it either. So to earn this, you can do it in 5 ways. You don't have to do all 5. If you do all 5, I don't know what kind of jackpot is it for you, but at least one of these 5 things. So hit your $2,500 brick, earn that. Achieve your title award. So either your consultant bonus, district bonus, area bonus, region bonus. Go into qualification for area or one of the VP levels. You can fully promote to a level or help someone direct you go in qualification for district manager, that $2,500 brick. What are you going to earn? $30 from your RVP to, you can splurge on some wine, you can splurge on some champagne, you can Uber or Postmates yourself a nice dinner, whatever you want. The first 30 minutes of this call is just going to be team time. It's just going to be us to congratulate the people who earned it, get to know each other. It was a super fun time, just, sip and chat. And then the next 30 minutes is going to be a really fun, just Q&A, picking brain, rapid fire kind of just intimate, like fireside chat with other VPs, top VPs in Arbonne. And this month, those who earned it are going to get 30 minutes with NVP Danielle McCleary and RVP Heather Melton. I am obsessed with both of them. They're amazing. And those who have earned it this month are myself, Lori Andrews, Polly Brothers, Robbie Fitchell, Dylan Fernanny, Jenna Foshi, Jean Gardner, Gabby Hazelhoff, Kelsey Mills, Lauren Rose Owsley, Erin Ramirez, Andrea Rominger, and Christiana Stromaglia. So this is going to be this Wednesday. We're going to aim for the first Wednesday of every single month. So whatever, I think it's the 6th, 7 to 8 p.m. Central. So make sure you are on for that full hour. Get in front of your computer, block it off your calendar, block it off the calendar for next month, because everyone is going to earn that, because you earn it just by simply building your business. So
Awesome. And then we have a really exciting training. I'm so pumped to introduce new district manager Dylan Fernanny on goal setting and 2020 vision. And y'all, she is amazing and a powerhouse. And so Dylan, I'm going to pass it over to you, and y'all, you will definitely want to take notes. She just started her business 2.5 months ago, and she's been on fire. And I know she's a powerhouse when it comes to personal development and goal setting, and this is her bread and butter. So you will want to take notes, I promise. So Dylan, I'm going to toss it over to you.
Hey, thanks, Gabby. And thank you for inviting me to be on and chat about goal setting. I am a personal development junkie, and especially just love reading books. And I just feel like I found all my people, because everybody wants to talk to me about vision boards and other things that a lot of other people in my life don't really want to talk to me about. So I'm really excited to be here and share a couple of little tools and tricks with you. And I'll send some resources and stuff after into the Facebook group. So the first sort of goal setting method that I want to share with you is one that I did at a Tony Robbins event. And it's a pretty simple kind of template or process that you can use to sort of dream a lot bigger than most of us really are used to. I heard a concept in entrepreneurship about the adjacent possible. And so it's this idea that we can only really imagine something very close to what we already have. So for me, I'm in education. It's really easy for me to see, the next level up my boss's job. I understand what that is because I watch it all the time. But something beyond that, or something, totally outside of my field, is really hard for me to imagine. And so this process really helps you to dream really, really, really big and then kind of go back from there. So the first thing you're going to do is, well, first thing I would probably do is like light a candle and like play some music and like make sure nobody's around, and just get a like little witchy with it. And you will just do a brain dump in a journal or someplace that, you know, you really, that means something to you. And just go nuts. Like it could be like you want to own a private island. It could be that you want to like fund an entire school. You know, just go crazy. Like don't let your skills or your finances or your education or your training get in the way. So you're just gonna put that like everywhere, and just any crazy idea. It's just a piece of paper. So go ahead and put the crazy things down. And then the next thing that you're going to do, which I really love, is you're going to go next to each one of these little things, and you're going to divide them into the following sort of time spans. So there's goals that you could probably accomplish in 1 year. There's goals that you could accomplish in 5 years. There's goals that you could accomplish in 10 years. And there's goals that you could accomplish in 20 years, or that you kind of reasonably think might be able to happen. And when you do that, I want you to think about things that happened in your past. So, you know, a lot can happen in a year, but like a whole lot can happen in 5 years, and a whole lot can happen in 10 years. So if you just think about your life 10 years ago or 5 years ago, and like all the things that have changed and all the things that have come into your life, that you're sort of doing that process in reverse by, you know, forecasting how long it might take you to get to those goals. And then finally, one more thing on that is try to do lots of different kinds of goals. So there's the time, but then there's also types. And so there's different types of goals. So one type of goal is things. And we get kind of weird about things like, you know, wanting a watch or wanting a, you know, thing, but like things can also help you entertain people, or they can also help you, you know, I have a daughter, so getting her nice things, you know, things are not bad. So that could be a type of goal. Contribution could be a type of goal, things you want to give back to your wealth, finances, that could be a goal. And then also experiences. So just lots of different kinds of goals. And then with your ones that you put a 1 next to, just filter those down to like about 4 goals. And that is your goals. And probably what will happen is, because you dreamt so high, those 1 year goals will be lofty goals, but will be ones that you can reach. And one thing that after doing this, I went back to my reasons why, my Arbonne reasons why, and they were much like, I think before it, I like a sofa was on there. I know Andrea uses that example, but I really do want a new sofa. But then I was like, wait, okay, like I think I can get a sofa. A sofa like isn't probably the best like thing to put on here. So it will help you dream bigger. So that's that tactic or tool. And then another one that I wanted to share with you guys is the Wheel of Life. And this is something I do pretty much weekly. Like every Sunday I make a Wheel of Life. But you can definitely do one as you're thinking about going from like last year to this year. And the Wheel of Life, I'll actually share my screen to show you what one looks like. Actually, I have one, like, there's like one behind me, but I didn't do that on purpose. Like that's like actually how often I make life wheels.
Dylan, are you able to share, or do we need to make you the co-host?
It says disabled screen sharing.
Andrea, can you make her the co-host? I don't think I'm allowed to.
So with the life wheel, you're basically going to draw a circle, and you're going to divide it into the areas of your life. And so there are about like 6 to 8 areas that I like to do. I mean, I could actually just go show you guys that one on the wall. Okay, I'm the co-host now. Okay, here's one. All right, so you know, you can just sketch it out, or there's some online tools or printables. Gabby found a cool kind of Canva template that you could use as well. And you know, you're just gonna basically divide the wheel into different areas of your life, and you're going to fill it out. So there's usually 10 little like circles inside. And so each circle can have a score. And so pretty quickly, you're going to be like, oh, I'm putting a lot of emphasis into one area and like the other areas are not great. And so what you're going for is like, this wheel isn't going to run very well. It's going to be like pretty choppy. And so even if a wheel of life is not like all the way full, if it's balanced, then you're achieving like a nice life balance because you've got all these pieces. Actually, this tool is sort of what led me to Arbonne because my career, it was just like always out of control. And I was like, I need physical, like my physical has to be better. And like my finances, there's other areas here. And Gabby's somebody I've always like looked up to in those areas. And I was like, who knows? The other tip I have is success leaves clues. And so I was like, success leaves clues. Gabby's good at this. I'm going to go talk to her. So that is kind of the wheel of life is sort of how I'm here. So yeah, that's the wheel of life. And there's like a lot of ways that you can do that. I think there's even some sort of apps and things like that. So I will share like a little template and as well as, you know, any other resources I find on that Facebook group.
That's so awesome. Yeah, please share the template. I'm like ferociously writing so many notes, but that's really awesome to see. And I'm sure so many of us could use balance is actually one of the things that was on my 2021 like goals list. So this is perfect. Well, yay, this was awesome, y'all. And we have a really fun follow-up training to that. So speaking of goal setting and big vision for 2021, let's hit off the new year with the best possible thing, which is our incentive that Arbonne just gave us, right? Like I'm sure all of you have seen it, that you can go district in a month, this month with 3,500. So we're going to actually now break out into breakout rooms. So before we dive into the breakout rooms, just a couple little tips. So if you are a current consultant, so if you're not yet promoted to district manager, stay in this main room. And then if you are currently a district manager, you want to go into room number 1, which is going to be going for area. So even if you're a consultant and you want to go for area, still just stay in this room because we're going to have some tips for you on that as well. So I'm actually going to, this might take me a second, so bear with us on this. We're going to attempt breakout rooms. So, okay, we're going to do 1. All right. So, okay. All right. So, okay, will you pop in the chat if you are a district manager wanting to be added to the Road to Area chat?
Gabby, it looks like we have the option to just join.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome. So if you're a district manager, you can go ahead and join that room, Road to Area. If you're currently a district manager.
Where do you see that, the option to join?
I'm not
at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, here, Polly, I can assign you, I think.
Okay, and Donna should go and Dawn should go. Donna Dixon and Dawn Sparks. Oh yeah.
Donna. And let's see, Dawn. Oh, is it Dawn's iPhone?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Dawn.
And then Denise Dowling, she should go into that room. And Lauren Rose, if she's not already there. Oh no, she's in here still.
Wait. Oh, Denise, there you are. Okay. Is there anybody else? Who did you say after Denise?
Lauren Rose.
Hey, where are you, Lauren Rose? Oh,
Kristen Nyman.
Oh, there you are. Is Kristen on here? Let's see. Yes. Okay. Anybody else? I think that is
If you're
it.
still in this room, then you are a new consultant going district, just to be clear. If you can still see me and hear me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think everyone else is good that I'm seeing on the screen.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go into the other room with Polly, and then I'll be back.
Perfect. So are we going to end it here or end it in the breakout rooms?
We'll come back together. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and then at 9 o'clock, we'll end it and come back together.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right.
Holla.
Have fun in your room.
What's up, future DMs?
So we are so excited to share with y'all. I don't know if you have gotten the email, logged into your account, but have seen that you can actually go district manager in 1 month. And Arbonne does this like once a year. And I don't know, if many of y'all, I think y'all spaces are so familiar with getting on the getting started training, you would know that normally to get to district manager, you do $6,000 in 1 or 2 months or $7,500 over 3. Well, right now, Arbonne's offering it for the month of January. You can get to district in 1 month with $3,500 worth of volume. So I'm gonna have Yin take it from here and tell you some ways that you can do that. And we're gonna just keep whittling it down into like doable steps and how we're gonna make this happen.
Woohoo! Okay, 3,500. So it doesn't sound that far off from the $2,500 brick we already talked about. So you guys know like a way of getting there, because that 2,500, again, like we talk about that so much. Sorry, there's so much happening on my screen. Like different people are popping up. This is interesting. Okay, so the 3,500, what that is going to look like is 11 nutrition kits, right? So you have 11 people doing the 30-day with you. New, maybe they're reordering the 30-day, right? You just have 11 people doing the 30-day with you. Or you have 12 people doing the Age Well set with you, right? Like they got their Age Well kit, again, new PC, they're ordering or reordering. It could look like some of the 30-day, some of the nutrition, right? It could be a variety, and to keep this simple, we're just going to be talking about the Age Well and the ASVP nutrition set. So either 11 of those if you want it to do evenly, or 12 of the nutrition. Do you want me to keep going further than that, or do you want to take that one?
Yeah, I guess let's just go back and forth. We'll just go back and forth on each one of these. So how you do this is no different than how we do Arbonne all the time, which is we get in front of 40 faces a month. And like, that's one thing that it's like, it's not that someone's over you saying you must get in front of 40 faces. It's literally like, if you get in front of 40 faces, you will hit those numbers, because some people will ghost you. Some people will call you back. Some people will host for you. Some people will order. Some people will become a business partner and you will get them into qualifications for district. So it's just a numbers game. So if we get in front of 40 people this month, then we know that you can actually hit that 3,500. But the thing, I think the name of the game is going to be like just being completely intentional. So I want Yin to talk about that, like about being intentional, because Yin, actually, the cool thing with her journey is this time last year, she decided, I'm either going to do this or I'm just going to quit. And she was an area manager and she went to region by spring. Mm-hmm. So I think she's the perfect one to talk about being intentional.
Yes. So this was great. This was so awesome for my business because I was actually telling people about it. So that intentionality that Andrea is talking about is letting people know what is going on in Arbonne and telling them where you are going to go. So when I was telling people about this, I was like, I am going to be earning this trip to the Bahamas. I want you there with me. You have to take a look at what Arbonne just put out, because they just made it twice as simple for you to earn your first promotion. Like that much conviction, that much intentionality. And I know that might be scary if you're a new consultant, because they're like, right now, maybe you are still trying to figure out where you're going to go in Arbonne, right? Where you're going to be. First of all, everyone has what it takes to be a national vice president. If you keep on doing these 40 faces consistently, every single month, you're going to get there. Okay. We can't promise a lot in Arbonne, but I can promise you at some point in time, if you keep doing that consistently, you will get there. However, have that vision, right? Speak that life over people already and tell them where you're going. Okay. The worst thing that's going to happen is that maybe they say no to the business, but they're going to take a look at the 30-day, right? They're going to get on a one-on-one with you. So send that message, be that intentional about it, and tell people that. And do you want me to just go right into activity?
Yeah, but one thing I want to say real quick, you just made me think of this. This is so cheesy, y'all. I'm grabbing this quote from a Peloton instructor on one of my rides this weekend. But he said, persistence gets you there, consistency keeps you there. And so like, that's the thing, is being like completely intentional, but being persistent. And then like what Yin was saying, yeah, you can be national vice president as long as you're consistent with this, with what we're going to show you. As long as you're consistent with it, we're going to get you to the 3,500, and then just keep going and you'll get to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going again.
With this intentionality too, you guys, comes with like, be intentional with not even just like intentional about who you're reaching out to, intentional about what you're saying and like speaking genuinely, being authentic, but be intentional with your business. If you are telling someone you are going to go to a certain place in Arbonne, go there. Okay. Like go there. Don't just like, you know, blow smoke up people's butts, but be intentional about your own business. Like really see yourself there, toes in the sand, you know, snorkels on in the Bahamas with your spouse, with your kids, whoever you're going to bring. Like, you know, every day I'm just like, I almost cry sometimes thinking about being able to take my niece on her first, you know, trip out the country to the Bahamas on Arbonne's dime. Like, she doesn't know any English, but I'm telling her every time on FaceTime, are you excited for the Bahamas? What's your bathing suit going to look like? Like, be that intentional. So the way of getting there from your 40 faces, how you can get 40 faces is a plethora of ways through Facebook groups, right? Healthy happy hours. Maybe you host that with your sponsor. Maybe you're feeling really, what's that word? Feeling really fearless and want to do one by yourself. There's a script on our 30 nutrition. Oh my God. Success and Simplicity Nations page. Do I know English? Oh my gosh. One-on-ones and using that 40 face tracker that's included into the online Arbonne tracker that again is on the Success and Simplicity Nations Facebook. My God. How did I get to region? I literally do not know English. On the website. Thank you. Whoa. My goodness.
Woo, you got it. You got it.
The point of that is loading your bases. So when you decide to run and be intentional, like book. Because you don't want to be in a place where you think you have 8 things booked and you're like, oh my God, I have 8 things. This is going to be great. If they each do 1,000 QV and I get 330 people, I'm going to be so close to area qual. Like I'm going to blow past this district. What's going to happen when those 8 people say, I'm sorry, I can't because my dog's birthday's something. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to want to outsmart those people, outsmart your future self and book double that amount. Book 16. It's so much. How fun is that going to be when all 16 of them, as crazy as the month might be for you, if all 16 of them afterwards you do the follow-up and you find 330 people from all 16. I mean, have that big picture of like, I'm going to overbook. I'm going to follow up. And from there is going to be where all your activities comes from.
Definitely. And then one thing before we open it up for like just like discussion with everyone, I really want to like talk about this. Like my regular mojo, my day in, day out method of operation is I reach out to 5 new people a day. And like it literally can be that they were on my Instagram and I reached out to them with a message just saying, hey, saw you were looking at the 30-day, would love to talk to you more about this. Or just reaching out to someone. Actually, I just reached out to someone I went to 2nd grade with and wanted to see if she would take a look at what I'm doing so I could pick her brain. You know, like, so it's the regular reach out methods that we have, but bump it up right now. Like reach out to 10 people a day. Like it literally would take me 1 minute more to reach out to 5 more. If I'm organized and I have my list of 100 people, like it really, like in my ever growing list, like it doesn't take me any more time to reach out to 5 more with the same kind of text that hey, I would love to like get together with you and show you what I'm doing. So I think that goes into the intentionality of this, is just like being focused and being like, okay, I'm going to do this no matter what. And like, shut the back door, take all the excuses off the table. Because I mean, the thing is you can get to 3,500 by yourself. The beauty of this is that what if you build a team in the process? You know, and then you can get to 10,000 and not only would you have finished district, but you would go into area quals and then we could just wrap that up next month. So how amazing would that be? So we wanted to open it up to just discussion, just to see like, kind of like, what is everyone like what would hold you back from doing this? And don't be shy, like, because we want to hear it from people. Like, is it like, oh, that sounds great, but I find it hard to what? To find the people, or to get people to say yes, or, you know, like whatever it is that you're struggling with. Yes, Riley Grace.
I found it really, really hard recently because especially just the circles of people that I have around me and the circles of people that they have around them and all of that. I found finances to be a really big issue recently. People are like, I don't really have $30 extra to become a preferred client. And even and much less to get a 30-day or something like that. And so it's been really hard to be able to offer people something that they can actually afford, even if they're a preferred client.
So one thing there, and I know that like Yin and I are both going to have like just like all kinds of like solutions, but like I guess my first go-to, and Yin, you tell me like what you think about this, is, you know, seeing if they'll host for you. You know, and I know like, and just so y'all know, Riley Grace is in college, and so like that's her market, right? Like that's I'm assuming like why you don't have $30 in college, right? So, you know, what I normally say to like people in that age group is that y'all might not have money, but your moms do. So do a mother-daughter 30-day, or like have them host so they can get all the host rewards. And we were told on here that is it Kelsey that's been rocking? Is she on here still? Let me see. Is she, oh, there she is.
I'm here. Sorry, that's my daughter yelling hi.
You're fine. Well, I want to hear what Yin has to offer, but then I want to hear then from you, because I hear you've been rocking the Facebook parties. Like, how many did you do last month and you just started?
I think I did like 8 Facebook parties last month.
You just started, right?
Yeah, I did. I hit like 1 month with Arbonne, I think on like Thursday of this week or something like that.
Okay. And like, what was the average that your Facebook parties are doing?
I was getting people to about the $500 level, so I think that was like 1,000 QV.
Okay.
About.
So not bad, right? So can we hear from you of how are you getting people to host this? Like, what are you saying to people?
Yeah, actually, it's funny that you mentioned finances, because that's kind of how I get all my hosts. Is because they are very interested, because I've kind of, first off, it's helped that I've been using the 30-day products and it's crazy. I'm in love with Arbonne, y'all. Like I've lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks. I'm so pumped.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
like, I'm so pumped about it. So I've been putting my story out there, and then people reach out to me, and a lot of times when I give them information, yeah, the price is a huge factor. And so once that's a factor, I'm like, hey, well, you know, if we host a Facebook party, like, you know, these are the average rewards that my hosts usually get. And then from there, they're typically like, yeah, absolutely, I'd love to host a Facebook party. And I'm not going to lie, like I had some that were really awesome, and then others where it's like 2 people were participating. So sometimes they feel a little awkward, but I really do love doing them. And they get easier the more you do it. And I just started one actually tonight, and we go live tomorrow, but they, like, same thing. It was like, it's actually a mother and daughter who are doing the party together. So they both reached out to their separate networks because they want to get their own like little 30-day group going, like in their local area. And so we're trying to get people to sign on to the 30 days so that they all can be living in the same place and doing it together. But yeah, I mainly just mentioned the host rewards. That's a huge thing. And I do that same strategy if on the one pager, if someone tells me that they're interested in trying the products, I like instantly sign them up for a Facebook party. I'm like, hey, let's get you a Facebook party this week. Let's have you try those products for $30 and make sure you like it. And I know they're going to like it because obviously, like, we all love Arbonne and we know how great their products are. And so at that point, it's like, I'm not too worried about getting the QV from them. I'm more worried about getting the QV from their network, if that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
That was so awesome, Kelsey.
Yeah.
And I mean, Riley Grace, like, and this is kind of and I see you, Irma. So the thing is, and I think this is so funny because I was you, and when I was like, no one has money, I held myself back for 2 years not building an Arbonne business. I cannot tell you how many college students are in Arbonne right now that have incredible businesses. And of course, I don't know what their networks look like or what school they went to or whatever, but I just want you to shift your mindset a little bit and say, okay, I have people in my network that can and will buy Arbonne from me. Like, affirm differently than what you're seeing instead of, and I totally get it because I was the same way again, of like, man, no one's got any money, which may be true, but that doesn't mean that the whole world out there for you also, doesn't have money. So just shift mindset a little bit, and totally use everything that Kelsey just said, because I'm going to use it. And that was so, but I saw your hand, Irma, and I see Coralie raised her hand too. So right after Irma.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelsey, for that. I definitely need to start tapping into the Facebook parties. But for me, for social media, what I like to do is I like to break it down to the ridiculous. So, like the last month, it was, 260, 640 for all of this stuff. So I break it down by day and I say for only $8.88 a day, you can do this. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to feel this way. You're going to feel great. You're probably going to lose weight. Your skin's going to look good. You're going to sleep better. And I'm like, it's only $8, almost less than $9. When I break it down to the ridiculous, then they're like, oh, I can do that. So I like to kind of break it down to as small as possible. Instead of saying it's $266 plus tax, plus the whatever, I break it down to as small as possible. And I think that little bite size is a little more enticing to people.
Yeah, so true. Coralie. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. So being a 62-year-old physician assistant and first responder, I have a very busy lifestyle. My daughter is right now a district manager trying to be area manager. And the reason why I joined was mainly to help her get going. I have very little time. So, and plus I'm also working on my doctorate degree. So I'm also a student on top of all that, a single person as well. So how does anybody with all that on their plate and very little finances really because of the COVID thing, it's very little work except for whatever I can find. So how do you manifest money and time in that kind of a situation? What's the best way?
So I can answer to that because when I started my Arbonne business, I had a newborn, a less than 2-year-old, a company to run, and a husband that worked nights. So he was a news reporter. So I had the witching hour all to myself. So, and we didn't have virtual. Like I went out into people's homes and did Arbonne presentations. So, so it was just quite different. And what I would say is, first off, consistency is the magic. So I can work my business, and I'm actually working on this like little tracker thing that I have, that you literally can work your business in an hour a day of like focused time, not an hour a day of, scrolling on social media, not an hour a day of like coaching your team, but an hour a day of income producing activity. But if you're like, I don't have an hour a day, okay, it doesn't have to be an hour sitting there, but it can be like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and 20 minutes there, But I think consistency is far more powerful. Like I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for consistency. I mean, that's the only thing that saved me, honestly. I still have these. I have these notebooks that I have, and every night before I go to bed, I write down the 5 things that have to happen in my Arbonne business the next day. I've done that since day one. Like that is like my secret mojo, secret sauce. And it's not like I have to coach this person. It's like, I need to get samples to this person. I need to call this person to set up a meeting. Like it's 5 income producing personal things in my day. And honestly, that was just something that this notebook thing was what I just did to keep myself not crazy. But like what I realized is that it's like, if the daily do, like in this 90-day tracker thing, like, what does it say? What are the 5 income producing activities you can do? And so what I'm saying right now is for everyone who wants to do it, like to hit that 3,500, do 10, because it's not going to take you any longer. It's just the excuses you tell yourself, but it's like not 10. And here's the beauty, everyone here on this call, I'm assuming that you don't have big teams to coach. So that's awesome because you can just focus on your own personal activity and not be like sidetracked by everything else going on, you know, but like just whittle it down into like the ridiculous, like that Irma said, into what are the 5 things that you can do every day. For this month, I'd say 10, but from here on out, like working your business, like, because honestly, it doesn't boil down into a time thing. It really just boils down into being focused and doing it, because there's so many times, like today, this morning, I woke up so early to get on the Peloton, to do my workout and all that. I wasted 2 hours before I even got on that bike, just procrastinating. You know, I put an Arbonne order in, I did something else, you know? So it's like not a time thing. It's just to set a clock, do it, and just like get it over with. And one other thing is, since you're so busy, you're around other people, you know, and what do we need to grow our business? People.
But the other thing, you know, I'm a leader of a mobile team. So I leave Monday, I don't come home again until Wednesday late night. And I'm with 3 other, I'm the PA, I have 3 nurses that go with me. And I'm around all these nursing students because that's what I do, is academic medicine. And none of them have money. So again, it's the hosting the party
But
thing.
they
that
know
seems
people who
like
have
a
money.
really great idea.
They know people.
Yeah,
that they can
actually,
host.
I have my doctor actually owns has 2 aesthetics clinics in downtown Los Angeles. So he does, you know, cold sculpting and injections, and his wife is my daughter's PC and he's my PC. So we're working on them right now.
But I mean, I would
it's
just think about all the people around you, like these nurses who don't have money. Well, guess they can do exactly like what Kelsey was saying. They can then host, like take that and have them host, because hopefully every single person that they know isn't broke. If it is, well, great, I have a solution for them too, the business, you know, and like you could build a team like that. So, I mean, like everything that you're saying, everyone runs into that, but it's a question of, is it going to be like your motivation or is it going to set you back, you know? And it's just like I think of it as like, awesome, you don't have money. Well, now instead of one person doing the 30-day, you have the possibility of having 10 people do the 30-day, because they could host for you and get 10 people on, you know, instead of just having that one person do it. They get the host rewards, and now you have 10 people doing the 30-day.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say that for Cora, I would say the same thing for you that I said to Riley. Like, there was a lot of, you know, oh, but this, oh, but this, oh, but this. And if you keep telling yourself that, what's going to happen? The same thing is going to happen over and over and over again. So when you asked earlier about manifesting more time, manifesting more money and whatnot, the whole idea behind manifestation is acting as if and telling yourself that it's already happening and that it already has happened. So saying, I am so happy and grateful for more than enough time to build my Arbonne business. I love the time that I have that allows me to build my Arbonne business. Like, I have all the time in the world to build an Arbonne business, you know, or saying, you know, I'm so grateful for building an Arbonne business so that I can have some more time in my life. You know,
You're reading
so
my
those,
mind.
what do you say?
You're reading my mind. I do that every day because that's the only way you can get through these kind of years.
Right.
Is you talk in the positive and you stay in the positive, and keep working at it. It's all you can do.
Exactly. And if you're just like talking, like write them down before bed, like, you know, write them down in the morning, do it as part of your morning routine. Like, just keep repeating these things to yourself. But also the point of manifestation also is having action behind it. So you can't just sit there and say, I'm so happy for all this time and expect the clock to give you 2 more hours, you know, and then all of a sudden your day goes from 24 hours in a day to 26, because that's not going to happen. But you have to actually fit your business in and keep saying, thank you so much for all this time. Okay, I got 5 minutes. Who's one person I can send a voice message to? So action and your vision have to be aligning. And hopefully that was helpful for everyone, because yes,
For sure.
obviously it doesn't just apply to Cora.
And I like what Kelsey just said. She said, as far as having time for Facebook parties, she's like, I like to stack them all in the same night. 3 parties only take up to 45 minutes, you know?
Right.
So like, that's something else that you can do too, is like, you know, you could like then whittle it down into that's your time that you work your business that day, is actually doing the do, you know? That's awesome. How about anyone else? I know we went over on time, so you're more than welcome to like hop off if you're like, oh, it's past time. But like but I'd love to answer any more questions. And Yin too, if anyone has any. Was it Courtney? Yes, you're muted.
Thank you. Do you recommend like having samples on hand? And if so, like what type of samples?
So,
your fizz with you everywhere.
Yeah, I a lot of times it's more in, oh, I've got two funny stories about this. Like one, I always will have like my fizz and like wait till I get somewhere and put it in. So someone will be like, what is that? But like, this is terrible. When my kids were like toddlers and we go to the pool, like I would sunscreen them up before we got there. This is before they could talk really. So like they didn't blow my cover, because when they got older, they totally did. But then I'd get to the pool and I'd take my Arbonne sunscreen out and be like, like, so people are like, what sunscreen is that? I'm like, oh, it's art. Like, so it's like, I make a show of doing the things that I'm going to do. I mean, I purposely plan to like wait to open my fizz in front of someone and put it in. So they're just like, what is that? Or this is, my kids have totally called me out on this. Like when it's cold and I go to horseback riding for my middle daughter. Okay. I hate leaving the tea bag in my little Yeti, like, cause like sitting there for hours. So I cut the tea bag off and I let the little Arbonne tag hang out. So people will see that I'm drinking Arbonne tea. So they'll ask me, what is that? And I'm like, oh. But so yes, like samples are good, but you don't have to always be giving samples away. It's, you can really just be showing people that you're using the product. I mean, posting on social media, join the Greens Gang, you know, and like post what you're using and stuff like that. And especially in this era of like COVID right now, you know, we're not out with a lot of people. Like I'm dropping stuff in the mail to people, just like a fizz stick or something. But honestly, right now, like since March, what I've really been pushing is the 45-day money back guarantee. Like I push that more instead of like saying, try it and see if you like it, because they can't walk into Sephora and try the skincare before they buy it. They can't go to GNC and try the nutrition before they buy it. But with Arbonne, they can try it for 45 days and then send it back if they don't love it. So just be confident in that.
And can I also say for the sample thing, and I know we're all back together again, but and this might be for everyone here, is when you're giving them out, yes, of course we know we're giving them out with the intention that you'll love them, right? You're going to join the team and go to region in a month, right? Like we would love for everyone to, that's not possible, but you know what I'm saying. But giving them with the intention of just to give, coming from a giving place. Like I moved out of my my apartment. Silly of me to not have given a fizz to every single person in my building, because I would have been like 100+ contacts. I waited till the very last day I moved out, but nonetheless, I just dropped 3 envelopes at the 3 neighbors around me, just saying, hey, I was really hoping to get to know you this year, but of course with COVID, that wasn't possible. Sadly, this is my last day at Alessia, which is the apartment I was at. You know, just enjoy these on me. It was so lovely having you as a neighbor. Happy New Year. That's one awesome. Of them friended me on Facebook. I left my Facebook and like my Instagram name, whatever. One of them friended me on Facebook. We already started talking. I mean, 1 out of 3 is great, right? But like giving with the intention of like, I didn't see their face, but I was happy knowing that like, hey, they tried 2 fizzes and a detox tea. Maybe Arbonne will come back into their life through someone else, right? Maybe we'll meet down the line. Who knows? But just with the intention of like, I just want to give to give. If you love it, great. If not, whatever. I just feel happy giving it to you and that you've tried some of Arbonne and it was like a nice part of your day. So welcome back, everybody. Yay! So who's going to kill it? Awesome. We to recognize everyone as new areas and new districts on February 1st.
That was awesome, y'all.
Good.
Good job, Gabby, for organizing that.
Yay, that was so fun. All right, y'all. Well, the recording was only for the district version, but I'm excited, and hopefully y'all were able, in the area chat, we all dropped our Instagram handles. So if everybody, I know it's a lot of people, but I mean, the whole goal of these chats is so that you can find accountability buddies as you're going for district. Also, like, so that you can get to know your sideline sisters and brothers, and like, we're all part of the same Arbonne family tree. So that's what we're here for. And definitely like cheer each other on, ask how everybody's doing, like, you know, give them ideas, all that kind of stuff. So you can drop your Instagram handle in the chat and friend all of your Arbonne peeps. All right, y'all.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. Everyone have an
Great.
awesome night. I'll leave this up for a minute if y'all want to grab people's Instagram stuff
All right.
before I sign out.
Perfect. All right, y'all.